Okay, hi traders, here's a new video. First of all, the risk warning: invested capital may be at risk. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. And this video is not investment advice. So this video is another deep explanation video of those things which I already have discussed a little bit in this ebook. Get this ebook, you'll find the link in the description. It contains the most important candlestick pattern, chart pattern, binary option, turbo trading concept, and market condition, trend identification, candlestick math, and rejections, and the mindset series. And this video will be about how to trade channel breakouts and how to avoid false breakouts. False breakout meaning. So I'm gonna explain you in this video all those stuff which is related, because I have seen that somebody in the Facebook group needs more explanation. And when I'm talking about support and resistance, major key levels, I mean this is valid for every kind of support and resistance. So let me draw the support and resistance area here. Yes, so this is a resistance area. Yes, and this can be everything. Yes, you have to be more creative. Yes, so let me see if I can get here any point this explanation, so I don't need to write it again. So this is the resistance here. So it's get a little bit faster. So this here is support and resistance. You see resistance, yes, and then we have the same thing here below, which is the opposite, yes. So if you understand the concept on the resistance, you will understand also the concept on the support level, yes. So what I will do is synchronously, yes. We don't need to do everything twice, and it will be much more faster for you, because I don't want to waste your time. So Fibonacci level, trend line is an error, yes, with support, yes, and also Bollinger Band, yes, BB, it's also support and resistance. Middle Bollinger Band, yes, also support and resistance. There's consolidation area. That's the reason what is it's going on, yes. So, okay, let me explain you now that few types of false breakout. There are maybe some more, yes, and also some which are really weird, yes. But I'm gonna show you those which I face in my trades, because you have to understand a breakout, how a Forex trader trades, is something else like a breakout we binary option turbo trader are trading. Why? Because a Forex trader sets his stop loss and goes, yes, if he identify a pullback, and then he has unlimited time to get his profits, yes. We have only a limited time, so we have to be carefully, and that's the reason why the sure shot here, sure shot one, what sure shot one, this is this one, yes, is working. This is working because of the false breakout, and I'm gonna copy this now here, because this is a false breakout. Yes, and I copy this too, because this shows you the first type of breakout, and this is which I trade, and this is a sure shot. Yes, the sure shot is that's because I explain this now a little bit clearer. So this is the first one. Yes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how great this candlestick are, yes, and what kind of candlesticks are. That is, this is this one, yes, and here we have this one. So we have the support and resistance area, yes. So, and how to identify this, yes, and how to identify the breakout. It's a false breakout. So the first candle, and we are talking here only about the first candle, yes. The first candle, yes, got out of this, yes, goes out of the support and resistance area, but it doesn't break this definitively, yes. And the next resistance area, yes, because you have to imagine that this will be after this, yes, has to be after this. This is another resistance area, yes. So, and the thing is this: we have another resistance area here, yes, and the distance to the next support and resistance area, yes, should be high, yes, should be really large, to make this a false breakout. So because identifying a breakout and identifying a false breakout is really difficult. It's not easy because mostly because of those things, because not even the market knows if the market goes to break or not. Yes, so it's also almost more difficult for you to understand if there will be a breakout or not. But there are some hints. If you are a Forex trader, for example, you can watch for the volume. If you see a volume increase, yes, you see that there will be a breakout. If you see volatility increasing, it could be a real breakout, but mostly it could also fail. Yes, it could be also a fake breakout, because I'm gonna show you some other kind of candlestick pattern. So let me see. That is all. Once is this one. Yes, this is a false breakout where the first candlestick goes out a little bit. Yes, and the next one returns back. Yes, and greater this difference here, greater this distance. Yes, this distance between those EMAs, Fibonacci, support levels, yes, and so on, yes. Better is the possibility, yes, that it is a fake breakout, yes, because because you have to imagine that price moves from one support level or one resistance level to the next one. So to get to the next one, yes, it should break this support and resistance area here more definitively, yes. So this are here inside bars, yes. So let me see if I can demonstrate this, but this can be in a few type of other matters too. So this is the inside bar. Then we got here also the fake breakout based on an engulfing candle, yes. So maybe it looks like this, yes. You have to imagine that this could happen also on other things. This is a engulfing candle, and then there is our outside bar, yes. Or you can get here the next one, which is which is a little bit larger, yes. This was an engulfing candle. I have to name this. And then we got here something, yes, which is looking like this, because this exists also, yes, that it breaks through this level with two huge candles, yes, and with one huge breakout, yes, and it can return as well. This is the most difficult to identify, yes. This one here is the most difficult to identify, because it looks like it would be break through this level definitively, yes, but at the end it doesn't break through this level definitely. It was only a fake breakout, and this is mostly those one where you're gonna lose, yes, because this is really difficult to identify. You have to be really experienced, and or you have to wait for the momentum to get in place to understand what is going. So let me see. I have to move this all a little bit on the left, so it's much more. It will be much more clearer. So we got this in this manner, and this is the distance between the support and resistance levels. Yes. So let me write this here down. Distance. Yes. Greater the distance, higher the probability, yes, that it will be a fake breakout, yes. And this is also why Sure Shot 1 is working well. You have to be careful. I have shown this in the last video. You have to be carefully about how the distance between the EMAs are, how the distance between the Fibonacci levels are, how long the distance are between your next support and resistance, strong support and resistance level, yes. Not every. You have to understand weak ones, yes, or where it's only 1 week, or where are 2 weeks or 3 weeks or more weeks. With this are the strong ones, yes. Maybe I will do some other video about support strands of support level as deep explanation video. So we got here, and so if you understand this, we have the inside bar here, yes, the inside bar, which shows a fake breakout, yes, and this could be after inside bar, This could be after this a trend continuation too, yes, but in this moment it's a fake breakout and you're gonna lose because you are binary option turbo trader. Yes, it could be at the end also a trend continuation, and if you would trade as Forex and you would do a continuation trade, yes, on Forex, you would be, that would be a win, yes. But if you are doing this in binary option turbo trading, you're gonna lose. This is a engulfing candle or outside bar. Yes, outside bar. I call it outside bar, so you can remember it may be better. Yes, and then we have here another one, and this is also it can be also an inside bar or an engulfing candle, both. But this is called let me see it's called the railway tracks. So let me put this because it looks like a train where a train passed by, yes. And this is the most difficult to identify, yes, because it looks like a breakout, yes. And at the end it returns and you got out of the money. So railway tracks. So these are the three parts. Then there are much more fake breakouts, yes, which are based on those candlesticks which we know already, yes. There are for example, the doji, yes, the doji, which is also some kinds of fake breakout when the wick of one doji looks something like this, yes. And let me draw this a little bit now. RQ option is doing this also in gray, yes. I will do it a little bit thicker so you see this better. So and obviously copy. Let me draw it a little bit greater. So let me show the gray and the doji and all other kind of candlesticks. Yes, I can all now name all kind of candlesticks. Yes, like hammer, yes, all kind of weak candlesticks which where the wick of this candlestick, yes, is crossing, yes, this support and resistance level. And you have to understand that this support and resistance area here can be everything, yes. It's a horizontal line, but it could be a trend line, it can be Fibonacci level, it can be EMAs where the curves are, it can be Bollinger Bands. That you have to understand that you can also put the 3 deviation if you don't know on the Bollinger Bands where the next support and resistance level is. You can use the 3 deviation to understand where will be how distant the distance are, yes. If you need this, yes, if you are a Bollinger reversal trader, yes, you have to be careful about this. So I will do it now only the hammer, yes, but I mean every kind of weak candle, yes. Let me do this here. So because I can name it now 1,000 other pin bars also, yes, and doji, dragonfly doji, and all those things, yes. I write only doji here, yes, and here I mean only weak candles, yes, and also and also not only doji, yes, hammered, weak candle. Okay, I have to name it right because at the end, and those candlestick, if they are, yes, and you almost most often when you see something like this, yes, you understand why you trade. If they're going to break, you trade the spike, yes, and you don't care about a fake breakout, but at the end it's a fake breakout because the price goes above this support and resistance level and returns, yes, and then you're gonna do your put here on the returning, and this is what support and resistance traders do, yes, and that is trading the fake breakout, yes, because it is not a breakout, and you wait that the next candle close or this candle close below this line, and then you think it is it will reverse it and it will not go higher, yes, and that is a fake breakout. At the end, you are using the fake breakout, and and then we have also something like spinning top, yes, which is also some kind of fake breakout if it's placed maybe in this case, yes, because it's also a weak candle, and I can show you much more candles, yes, all weak candles, you know, Dragonfly Doji, and spinning top, high wave candle, pin bar, all those candles, you know, yes. So let me draw this here also, and these are all signs of a fake breakout, yes, that there will be a reversal and not a breakout occurring, and that's what is valid. That what is valid for the support and resistance areas, yes, like horizontal lines. It's also valid for EMAs, because I saw this question in the Facebook group. Yes, it's also valid for EMAs and so on. Okay, but the most important thing what you have to understand is that let me draw this a little bit better. So that the distance between this EMA, for example, and the next EMA, the distance between the Fibonacci levels has to be huge. If the distance is huge, it's much more probably, yeah, that it will be a fake breakout. If the close of this candlesticks, yes, is closer to the lower one, yes, in this case to the lower one, this one, yes, yes, in this case would be to the upper one, yes, it's much more probably that it's only a fake breakout, because fake breakouts looks mostly like this, yes, that they are penetrating, I can say this in this case, they are penetrating the support and resistance level only marginally, yes, not really with determination, only marginally, but you have to understand also that it depends on other factors too, yes, this is a general view, yes, but if you have a strong trend, yes, it could be also that it will here on a doji after a doji, yes, that there will come up some continuation, yes, that is what is going on, yes. So on this matter, you have to be carefully if you are doing here put, yes. You have to understand the momentum also, yes, of the candlesticks. So but this is in general the basic, yes. The basic is this, that you first understand how those fake breakouts could look like, yes. And if you know how they could look like, you can prevent and you can expect something like this, yes. So this was this part about the dojis, and the important thing is that you understand that the distance between this EMA and this EMA, or this Fibonacci level and this Fibonacci, has to be greater, that the candlesticks mostly don't penetrate the support and resistance level definitively, yes, that is already a sign that there will be a reversal, that there will be a retracement, that it will be a fake breakout, yes. And then there are also those one which penetrates really strong, yes, yes. And then you have to understand the ratio between this candle, yes, and the next support and resistance level. This is a thing which you have to get by experience, yes. The distance between those two, which is a hint, yes, which is a hint of those things, or if the and I have shown this almost often, yes, in my videos. This is a hint of if there will be a continuation or not. That is what I have shown you on the Fibonacci levels, yes. When I saw that the price is above the halfway between the 161.8 Fibonacci level and the 261.8 Fibonacci level, I almost think and almost believe that the price will continue, because it already has done the halfway, yes, and it has done the halfway to the next support and resistance level, yes, then there is a probability higher that there will be a continuation and it will go further. If not the halfway, only below the halfway, I'm almost thinking that this will be a fake breakout. That is how you have to understand this, yes. That is all thing about ratios, about those things, what between support and resistance level, and obviously also trends, yes, how strong the trend is, and also something of candlestick patterns, yes, because if I see on the below the halfway inverted bullish hammer, I'm gonna do a call instead, yes, I'm gonna do a put. Also, if it only penetrates a little bit, yes, I will do a call, because inverted bullish hammer is a continuation pattern. You have to understand the pattern, and that's the reason why I'm telling you that you have to watch this ebook, get this ebook, watch all the parts, all the videos to understand all the important candlestick pattern, because it's all based on this. It's like a gear which works all together, and you need the complete know-how, yes, to get to survive this market, to understand also such things like false breakouts, yes, how to avoid false breakout, or how to use also the fake false breakout, because bot sure shot 1, yes, which I have explained in some previous videos, is one which uses false breakout. As a binary option turbo trader, you can get advantage of false breakout, because those false breakouts are mostly sure shots, yes, if you are able to identify and to understand the context of this. For a Forex trader, it's not worse, yes, because they wait better for the breakouts, because they get more profit out of long-term things, yes. But as binary option turbo trader, you can do this easily, and you can use those things which a Forex trader cannot use in your advantage, yes. So this is the part about the breakouts, yes. And then there is another type of breakout which can be let me draw this two things here too, so I can finish it completely. So we will turn out so. The breakout, false breakout, which looks like a little bit different, which I have to show you too, because this is also a tricky one, but it depends also only from the distance, yes, and how deep the candlesticks penetrates this kind of Fibonacci or EMA, or also this is this kind of copy false breakout. It looks like this. It's a morning star, the evening star in this case. It penetrates also almost a little bit, yes, something like this maybe, yes. Then there comes a doji, yes, and or a long leg doji, every kind of doji, yes. You have to be careful. It could be also a dragonfly doji, every kind of doji, yes. And then you think it will be a continuation, because this candlestick got rejected from this one, and then the fake breakout does something else. It does a evening star, yes, this one, yes, it does this one, because it was only a fake breakout. And it's also more likely that this will be a fake breakout, an evening star, when the distance to the next level, yes, and that's the reason why you don't have to draw your Fibonacci level, your trend lines, your horizontal support and resistance lines too close together, because if you have too many too close together, you don't understand where the next strong one is, yes, and then you don't understand if it could be a fake breakout or not. And that is what's all about this, yes. So I have to draw this too also, and I think I have explained everything about this fake breakout, yes. And they looks always almost the same, yes. These are the most common, yes. That are the most common, which I faced in my experience, yes. And I think at the end you have seen those ones too, yes, and you see they are almost the same looking, and they are only a little bit different, and the difference is the trends, yes, how strong the trend is, and how strong the trend is, and what the distance between the Fibonacci trend line and so on, which makes a difference in this case. Yes. So here we had at the end. Let me see. That would look like this one now. Let me see. Looks like this one. Yes, because at the end it penetrates much more. Yes, and then you get the shock, because it doesn't do a continuation, it gets a reversal because it was only a fake breakout. Yes, this could be also some green one here. Yes, but it doesn't matter the color. Yes, it depends that you understand the candlestick pattern. Yes, and it could be something like this here. Yes, and you expect. It's important that you understand that if you see something like this and the distance to the next level of the next major key level is greater, it might be some kind of only a fake breakout. Yes, and this is how you identify. And the only thing what you can do is wait for a pullback to understand that there is really a breakout, or because this one here could be also in some kind other, it could be also longer. I shown you now 3 candles, but it could be also 5 candles, 6 candles, yes, which is doing some curve or something like this. Yes, so this is what is about. Yes? I can show you only here in this case the simplified version. Yes, but you know that candlesticks can be everything. Yes, and so it's much more complex. Yes. As only such things, you have to be you have to open your imagination, yes, to understand and to get this more clearer that there could be everything, and if you are aware of it, you will prevent lots of lost trades, yes, losing trades, and you will face less loss because you know what is expecting you, yes, and that there could be a fake breakout, yes, and you can, like I told you, you can use this fake breakout also for your advantage, yes, because you know that this is a fake breakout, you use it for your advantage, and this is what all this about, what I do on my trades, because I'm mostly expect a fake breakout. Yes, and if I get other evidences, yes, I will do a continuation. Yes, but mostly I expect when I see something like this, also always a fake breakout. It could also, because fake breakouts and fake breakouts are difficult to identify. Yes, it's the same thing like rejections. Yes, they are difficult to identify because everyone is trading this. Also, the breakouts are a common way Forex trader do trading. Yes, they wait for breakouts to trade them, and so that's the reason why mostly a lot of breakouts will not work out. Yes, because the Forex trader knows them, and this is the reason why they don't work out. Because the best breakouts, yes, are those which are unexpected. Yes. And why? Because no one expects this, and they get unfold really good. And that is the same with a fake breakout. If you mostly expect a breakout, you get a fake breakout. Yes, and if you expect a fake breakout, you get a breakout, because it depends also from the situation. And if something is clear, others knows this also, and then you get trapped. Yes, and this is the reason why then the things doesn't work out. But important is, if you get more experience with breakouts and false breakouts, and you know that you can deal this with EMAs, with the Fibonacci level, with the Bollinger Band, you understand by practicing more and more, you understand better how you have to trade those and how to recognize a fake breakout. Because you see, I'm often doing I'm often doing fake breakouts trades. I have done this in the last video when I have shown you the sure shot, BOTT sure shot. Yes, if you know the context, the trend, the major trends, the minor trend, and everything else, yes, you understand better. You understand better the concept of because why I have done this trade on the 161.8 Fibonacci level, because I know that the 161.8 Fibonacci level will not be broken so easily. I know that it's a fake breakout. And if you know this, that such levels are broken not so easily, you can expect a fake breakout. It's the same thing with the 200 EMA. The 200 EMA is so strong, it's mostly a fake breakout. There must be a strong trend to break through the 200 EMA. If you have something like this on the 20 EMA, which is broken much more easier, yes, because it's only a 20 EMA, a 20 period thing, yes, 20 candles, then you have to be aware much more about the trend, about how strong the trend is, and all volatility, and if the Bollinger Bands are forming right, yes, to a breakout, and so on, yes. This is what you have to keep in mind. You have to see the big picture of everything to understand, and this is why I'm telling you to watch all the videos, get the ebook, to read the ebook, to watch the videos related to this ebook, to understand the whole concept, because you need everything to understand everything. So, okay, I think this was enough about breakouts, channel breakouts, false breakouts, and how to trade them. You have understood that everything can be there, that it can look in every kind of. It will so the most often one I can show you, this one which I trade mostly the most often is wait, let me show you first this. I have to copy also this one here to make it clear. So the most often I trade those one here. 1 second. The inside outside bar, that is the one which I trade mostly. Yes, because that is also the reason why I have done the sure shot. Yes, and the false breakout, here, this one. Because this could be also a shooting star, yes. Yeah, this could be also a shooting star. It has not to be a doji here, yes. It can be also a dragonfly. And so also this one is one of these fake breakouts which I trade. This one here, there's this one here I trade, this one I trade, and also this one will be traded also by me, because that are weak candles, and these weak candles are always a good sign that there will be not a breakout, that there will be a reversal. So that is because a false breakout is mostly nothing else than a reversal or a retracement. So this ones here, for example, so let me see, can I get, okay, so yes, okay, this is not looking so nice. Okay, if I do this in this manner, wait, so because that are the weak candles, yes, and these weak candles are those one which are those one which I trade do trade also, yes. So okay, I have a phone call. 1 second. Okay, I don't know what has happened. I think I have done here, I have only muted and not paused, but I will check this later and then I will cut this part. Okay, so let me see. This was this. I have finished already, so I try to make it to the end. That was this about breakouts. So if you like this video, do a like. If you didn't subscribe, subscribe. And if you wait, that's what I want to write this here not down. This what the things here was about the weak candles here, yes, because that is what you're already doing. Yes, if you have a weak candle, you trade this reversal, yes, and so weak candles, yes, candles. So and that is this. So if you like this video, do a like. If you didn't subscribe, subscribe. And if you have something to say, let me say a comment. Yes, and so I would say stay safe and bye-bye.